Yes guys, we are back with another video from VoicePlay. We've had a kind donation from one of our subscribers, Asri Allen. I want to say a massive thank you. And I was given a list of like 4 or 5 songs to choose from, but one of them was Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. This is an a cappella version, and I was like, it has to be that one. My brother used to play this song on guitar, you know, the actual intro, like when he was learning the guitar and stuff, he would always go to this. So to me, I'm like, yeah, this is the song we need to pick. So let's get straight into it.
No matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never opened myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, ooh, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. Oh, oh, and nothing else matters. Oh, never cared for what they do. Never cared for what they know.
Pause it 1 second. It says a cappella, and I get there's beatboxing and stuff like that, which is totally fine and clicks. I know this has been edited, like they're not just singing this live and this is how it sounds. They've obviously been in a studio and each one of them has sung, done their section, then it's been edited and layered up. I feel like there's some kind of effect, and this isn't like, I'm not saying anything negative here, I'm just saying there's like little, like, is that someone actually doing that, or is that like an effect or something? Because it feels, I've seen it in, what's the last one I did? Aerosmith, Dream On. There was like this effect, and it's almost like a, imagine there was a force field, you know, like the effect, if you saw on a movie there was like a force field that you couldn't see, they would make like an effect and it would have a sound effects to it. There's something like that they do, and it sounds really cool, but there's a difference between full-blown a cappella and like a live, you know, like a barbershop quartet kind of a cappella. This is like a modern twist on an a cappella, in my opinion. Not offensive, I'm just saying, like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is like the modern age. We can add effects on just to funk it up, to make stuff like as best as it's gonna be, and I get that. And it was right at the start, Jeff, he did like a really low note and then it had like an effect on that. I would have to rewind it to show you, but there's no point, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying. There's just little tweaks here and there, which definitely adds like dramatization to the song. And it sounds sick, by the way. I'm loving this. But all I was saying is there's some things in there where if they are doing that and it's all not been edited, then that would just be the craziest thing ever. That's like alien, you know what I mean? So if they're doing it, that's crazy. But if not, you can kind of tell where there's little tweaks using the music software to make it just dramatic and stuff. And it's cool. I respect it. Let's carry on.
Oh, but I know so close, no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart, forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they do. Never care for what they know. But I know. Never open myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say. Matter and nothing else. Trust I see and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view. And nothing else matters. And nothing else matters. Never care for what they say. They never care for what they say. Never cared for games they play. Never cared for what they do. And nothing else matters. Never cared for what they know. But I know. Nothing else. So close, no matter how far, couldn't be much more from the heart, forever trusting who we are, and nothing else matters.
Whoa. That was absolutely crazy. Do you know what? There was loads of things I was thinking. You just want to keep pausing it and jumping in and saying stuff. But has anyone seen these live? Leave it in the comments if you have. Because I can imagine if you watched them like doing a gig and they've all got the microphones, that deep note that he kept hitting, and it almost sounded like a growl of like a lion or something like that. I bet if you heard that in a mic in a room live, that would be like, you know, where you'd feel it through the floorboards or something, because that's crazy deep. And that was sick. The time and effort and energy that must go into making one of these videos. One of them will be editing everything, because you're not going to all edit the same video, you know what I mean? So you'll maybe make sure everyone likes the sound, someone will do the video editing and stuff like that. I don't know how it works, I'm just assuming here. like how we do it in our band and stuff. But once it's all been put together and it's been like mastered, the vocal side, and when he come in with the violin as well, what a touch. Let's go. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling this. But once it's all been mastered, mixed and mastered, put on top of, like, overlaid with the video, and then it's got to be given the all clear from the rest of them, I assume, unless they're all doing it together, which I can't imagine. I would imagine it's like, right, I've finished it, here it is, check it out, see what you reckon before we put it on YouTube or whatever. When they watched it back, each one of them must have been like, we're gonna be millionaires, because that was, imagine getting 5 or 6 people, yeah, your mates, and you go, right, do you know what, we're gonna do a cover of Nothing Else Matters, all a cappella, bear in mind, we can edit it on the computer, but it's all got to be done by your vocals. There's probably 1% of the world's population who could get it somewhere near that good, you know what I mean? You and your mates, me and my mates, it's never happening, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter how much editing you do. Each one of them is amazing at singing. And it's not just singing, it's holding notes and vocal flips and riffing with your vocals, just doing woos and stuff like that. It's crazy. If I tried doing that, like layering like 6 of me, and I've done studio time and stuff, but my voice obviously I haven't got a good voice, never have singing lessons, nothing like that. Still play in a band or whatever, but if I tried layering up my stuff, it's never gonna sound nothing like that. You have to be note perfect, be able to riff, vocal control, all the things I don't have, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I picked Nothing Else Matters. They absolutely pulled that one off. I imagine the other video I've done will be out before this video, which I listened to 2 in one, because I listened to Dream On, and then I just saw that Carry On My Wayward Son. I just seen it like on the other side of my YouTube thing, and I was like, do you know what? We're chucking this one on as well. And I did that, and I liked the Dream On version, and I liked the Carry On My Wayward Son, but it sounded a bit too poppy for me, like, because that's like a gritty kind of rock song, and it's supernatural, and I love that, you know what I mean? I just like the original, so to me, I was not as much of a fan of the Carry On My Wayward Son one, because I was just like, it's gone too far away from the song, it's too modern, you know what I mean? This one felt more gritty, it just felt more rocky, and I like that version of Nothing Else Matters. Sick. What a recommendation. If there's anything else you want me to react to, you can leave it. It'll be down here or whatever. If you want something specific and you want me to prioritise a video. If not, just leave suggestions in the comments. And I do get a lot of suggestions, but if I can get around something, I'll try and get a reaction done to it. Thank you again for the donation, and we'll see you guys on the next one. I'm just going to leave a little clip of my band just so you can see if you like us, and if you do, maybe follow us on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. See you guys in a bit. Just before you walk